Boys, what is up with another video today? Today, I want to make this one a little bit quick because I really kind of want some other stuff to do today. But I'm super excited to do this because we are finally taking a look at the Deathstroke figure from Batman Arkham Origins. I am super excited to get into this, so I want to just do this as quick as I can. So let's get right into it. So here he is in all of his glory. He is custom painted too, so we're going to be taking a look at that as well. But I custom painted him forever ago, and I'm pretty happy with the way he came out. But first, I want to take a look at his little accessories. So this one he did not come with, but it is there. It's just one of the pistols from the weapons pack that Mcfarlane came out with, which is, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of dry brushed a little bit, so it's not solid black. Another accessory he comes with is his sword, and this is not really supposed to come out, but he does have the hilt with it, which can just plug in right into his back. But you can see I just kind of painted the little holes just to kind of make them look like little screw holes. But he does have his sword as well. Now this is not really the best sword, but it is what it is. It bends very easily, so it's not really the best looking one, but it is, you know, it's a sword. But you can see that there is some orange in there because I try to make some orange bleed into the cracks a little bit and wipe away the excess. But this is basically the sword. It's really nothing that special. It is a pretty cool one. I just wish it was a more harder plastic, but you know, that's just how it is sometimes. He also, of course, you know, every Mcfarlane figure comes with their display base, so that's what it is. But he does come with a beautiful looking card, which is basically the in-game model, which is very, very nice looking. I really like the way that looks. Of course, on the back you got some information as well. From what I'm realizing, they don't do the height and the weight anymore like they used to. They still kind of do with some of them, but not really with newer ones that I've kind of noticed. So I guess that is what it is. But you can read that if you want. Go ahead. But let's take a look at the actual figure. And the actual figure is actually really nice. I know this guy is very sought after. I know he is very, very hard to find as well. And I haven't seen him since I got him. I believe I did find him at Walmart when he first came out. And I got him because I liked, you know, the way he looked. So I was like, hey, I'll snag him. And thank God I did, because he's so hard to find now. But this is basically what he looks like. This is how the paint job went. I love how the paint job came out. I love the blue and how it looks, and it just looks very nice. I don't remember what the actual like color of him looked like. I'll probably like have an image on the screen of what it used to look like from the front and hopefully the back view as well. But there was quite a bit of differences here and there, and I really wanted to do as much as I could. I tried to paint as much detail as I could. My reference photo was kind of the Hot Toys figure, and also just, you know, in-game photos as well. But yeah, this is basically how he looks, and I'm absolutely happy with how this is. You can see that the sculpting on the helmet is very nice, and I love how the paint job came out with the helmet. It's like one of my favorite helmet jobs that I've done. The actual orange that I used, I don't think I had orange paint, so I just kind of had to mix some stuff together. I don't know how I feel about it, but I think it turns out like really, really nice. I like the way it looks. I just kind of don't like how glossy it looks, but it looks more wet than it does kind of just shiny. But you know, that's how it is sometimes. You can see that the actual chest piece, the chest looks awesome. Love how that looks. Painting the chain parts was like probably the hardest part to do because I had to get into these little cracks and stuff. He has some stuff at the back as well. I had to paint the little bullets that are on his shoulder, which I love that. I love that little detail. He's got some stuff here. He's got some very nice detailing up the legs. He's got so much stuff on his actual belt. He's got grenades. He's got some, you know, just a lot of pouches and stuff. He also does have a gun in his holster, but it can't be pulled up, which is the dumbest thing ever. I hate that. But you know, that's how they did it, and I absolutely hate that. Because I would have loved to just be able to take it out, you know, and put it on him, but you know, that's dumb. I hate how they did that. But you know, it is how it is. You know, how I usually say it is what it is. but he's got some beautiful looking detailing. I love all of his armoring all around his body. It's so nice, but it's a beautiful figure. It's one of my favorites in the Mcfarlane line. I think there's really nothing to be annoyed about, really. This figure is beautiful. I love the way he looks. The only things that I wish is that the gun came out of his holster, and maybe he came with a couple more accessories, but other than that, I think that this figure is pretty good. I really like the way he looks. I think if you did find him, definitely go get him, because I've seen this guy go for like so much online. But you know, this is him. This is Slade Wilson. He also does have this kind of a, I guess it's like kind of a, what would you call that? What is it, like a bandana? Not a bandana. I don't know what you would call this, but it's some little fabrics just kind of like here. It's not actually fabric, but you know, it's kind of rubber plastic, but it's kind of attached to the back of his head. But that's pretty nice. But yeah, this figure is not bad at all. I don't have anything else to say about him. He is not a bad figure. He is really awesome. But posability wise, he can look up about that far, down that far. He's got some side to side, some swivel, of course. He does have some ups and down at the arm, which can go up that far, which is pretty far considering he does have the shoulder pads. He does kind of have a little bit of a butterfly joint as well. He does have a rotation at the arm. He does have a little bit of a swivel, but he does have a double bend at the elbow, which is kind of tight. There we go. Does have a double bend at the elbow. He does have a swivel at the wrist and the up and down, of course. He does have some swivel at the waist and can crunch about maybe about to there and can crunch back to there. So it's not really that far, but it is, you know, that's how it is. He can move his leg back that far, up that far, but it does look kind of ugly because, you know, that's kind of gross a little bit, but I think I had to do that. I don't think that the diaper, well, there's some figures that I've actually had to cut the diaper because putting the leg on was so, you know, just annoying because of these stupid rubber parts, but I think that's basically how it was. I don't see any kind of cut marks to make it look that thin. It is kind of ugly because, you know, it does leave a gap like this when you pull his legs up, but it's kind of covered like this, so it's not really a bother. He does have a double bend at the knee, but it's super tight. He of course has the swivel at the ankle, some up and down, and of course the toe bend as well. It's not a bad figure. I think the only things that I'm annoyed with is this, but I don't know if I actually did that myself, so I can't complain that much. And of course the holster at the gun, but everything else is beautiful. Oh yeah, and the sword. I wish the sword was something a little bit different, but this figure is beautiful. I love the amount of detail he has. He's such a great figure. He was so much fun to like actually paint. I think this was one of the funnest figures that I've had from the kind of Arkham wave, besides Batman and I think probably Killer Croc. Those were like probably my 3 favorite figures to customize. But yeah, anyways, the figure is not bad at all. I really like this figure, so I want to move on to a little bit of a size comparison and see how it compares next to the other guys. So here he is next to the Arkham Knight, which is pretty cool. I really like the way he looks next to him. Here he is next to Bloodsport, which I think both of these guys look really nice. I think if Slade has much darker colors, they would fit together perfectly. But I think they're pretty cool. I really like them together. And here we have the Arkham Knight Batman next to him, and they both look very nice. Putting in the sword is also really weird too, because once this is on his back, you gotta make sure it just slides right on in. But it's not a traditional kind of a, you know, it's not a traditional sheath, but it looks like this, and you just kind of gotta slide it in as best you can. Make sure it doesn't poke out as much. And there you go. It works pretty nicely, which is pretty nice. But I kind of just wish it was a full, guard for it instead of that. But to plug it back in, you just kind of gotta slid it right through this little loop right here, and then plug it into the hole right there. And there you go. That's basically that. And usually I just kind of give him a gun. He's not right-handed on the figure. I don't know if he actually is or not, but usually I just place the gun in his trigger finger hand and just call it good. But yeah, that's basically, that's basically Deathstroke. This is how the figure is. I really like the figure. He's so much fun. I like the way that he looks. He's so much fun to handle. And that's basically all I got for you. But I think that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys like this kind of short video. I got some other stuff to do, so I will be back with another video, hopefully later on. We'll see what it is. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.